Kevin McAlealan as the acting chief. Tennessee Republican Mark Green is on the House Homeland Security and Oversight Committee. Sir, how you doing? And welcome back to our program here.
Good morning. Great, Bill. Thanks for having me.
What did you think of Ben Ray Lujan's reaction there on Fox News Sunday? He admits it's a crisis, but he characterizes it as a humanitarian crisis. And then he makes the case that this is all Trump's doing. Go ahead.
Well, that's just crazy to blame the president on this. It's clearly the inaction of Congress. They had many opportunities to fix the immigration issue, the various loopholes that essentially create a situation where a child becomes a visa. And those are congressional actions from prior to the president. They had an opportunity last year to fix these. We can't get the Democrats to do anything. I mean, they're actually interested in 2020 talking points more than they are the safety of the American people. The president talked about it being a humanitarian crisis before, cited the Doctors Without Borders study that showed 31% of the women are getting, sexually assaulted as they make this trek. We've been pushing this for months, and they're more concerned about 2020 and talking points than they are the safety of the American people. If that's the
case, then nothing changes. Here's Mick Mulvaney on the Mexican reaction of recent days.
In the last week, Mexico really has stepped it up for the very first time. They're preventing people from coming in on their own southern border down towards Guatemala and Honduras, and they're also accepting more of the folks who cross into the United States back into Mexico. Mexico has done more in the last week to help our illegal immigration crisis than Nancy Pelosi and Democrats in the House.
What do you think about that last point he made there?
I think it's excellent. I couldn't agree more. I mean, clearly the threat to close the border created action on the Mexican government's part, and they're blocking their southern border now, actually enforcing their own immigration laws. Their immigration laws are actually better than ours. But clearly, Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats, they want open borders. They want to abolish ICE. They want illegals voting. I mean, for them, it's 2020 and their base, and that's all that seems to matter.
Just back on the Mexico issue there, the president said that last week his comment was Mexico's been doing better over the past 4 days. I think that was Thursday of last week. What changed there?
Again, I think his threat to close the border and the economic impact that would have on Mexico, and then, of course, he backed off that a little bit and said, okay, I'll just put 25% tariff on cars. That scared them, and they started enforcing their laws. I think that's essentially what it is. The president has to find ways to go around the Democrat leadership in the House, and that's what he's doing.
What do you think about the change at DHS, Nielsen resigning, McAlealan in?
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate for Secretary Nielsen. She was caught between a president who wants action, who cares about the security of the American people, and a bunch of Democrat leadership in the House who, again, want 2020 talking points. It's unfortunate for her. I'm excited about McAlealan. I mean, he seems like the right guy. He was actually appointed as deputy commissioner by President Obama. So hopefully he can get in there and reason with the majority party.
Tell me what you know about him. For most of our viewers, he's a new name. What do we need to know?
Well, he is a guy who is a seasoned Border Patrol guy. He currently leads that department, of course, $13 billion budget, thousands of employees, and he's done a fantastic job. And the people who are on the ground there think the world of the guy, and that's probably the best testimony that you can get.
You say he worked under President Obama?
Yes, he was the deputy commissioner of CBP under Barack Obama. So I think he'll be able to work both sides of the aisle. We certainly hope so, because the obstructionists are the Democrats in the House.
Mark Green, thank you for your time, the Republican from Tennessee. Thanks, sir.
Bill.
Come on back, okay? Plenty to discuss, as you well know. Thank you.
Yes,
19 past the hour.